Today we're examining Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett's formal entrance into the U.S. Senate race in Texas. I will break down the staging, messaging, strategic decisions, and the broader electoral implications for 2024. The announcement began with live media coverage struggling to access the audio feed. While this seemed like a minor production problem, analytically it shows two things. The campaign is distributing its content through multiple platforms, including Crockett's own YouTube channel. It reinforces the trend of candidates relying less on traditional broadcast infrastructure and more on direct digital communication. This shift aligns with how modern campaigns reach younger and more diverse voters. Before Crockett spoke, Pastor Frederick Haynes III delivered a thematic introduction. He emphasized three attributes: fighter facilitator, friend to everyday people. From an analytical standpoint, this introduction served to establish Crockett's credibility within Black religious and civic communities, frame her candidacy within a continuity of Texas political figures such as Ann Richards and Barbara Jordan, position her as a leader entering politics with moral authority, not merely ambition. This is a deliberate attempt to strengthen her narrative with communities critical to Democratic turnout. The audience was shown a compilation of Donald Trump criticizing Crockett by name. Campaigns often use opponent attacks strategically because it signals the candidate is considered politically relevant by the opposing party. It energizes supporters by framing the candidate as a threat to established power. It reframes criticism as validation. Including this clip was intentional. It positions Crockett as someone operating on a national political radar. Crockett opened by asking the audience, "Are you ready to go?" This is a standard mobilization technique, connecting her announcement to movement-style campaigning. She also stated she would not be reading directly from her script. Analytically, that signals confidence and attempts to create a perception of authenticity. Crockett's biography is central to her political case. Law school graduate during the Great Recession, early career in class action defense decision to join a rural public defender's office service as the youngest Black Democratic Party chair in Texas history. This narrative is designed to demonstrate proximity to marginalized communities, establish credibility as someone who understands systemic failures firsthand, differentiate her from long-term incumbents. Her emphasis on courtroom work in deep red regions also signals an ability to communicate across political lines. Referencing Barack Obama's rise helps her align with a successful Democratic precedent, frame her candidacy as overcoming skepticism, introduce a theme of persistence and long-term change. This is not nostalgia, it is message alignment with a known political model of coalition building and high turnout mobilization. Crockett recounts winning her first legislative race by only 90 votes. This specific anecdote serves three analytical purposes: emphasizes the value of turnout, establishes experience winning difficult races, connects her success to grassroots organizing, not financial advantage. It also reinforces her messaging that non-traditional and low-propensity voters matter. Crockett frames Cornyn as long-tenured, disconnected, aligned with Trump 99% of the time, focused on political loyalty over constituent needs. She frames Trump's policies as harmful to farmers, small businesses, healthcare access, working-class Texans. Analytically, this builds a clear economic populist argument, aiming to appeal to rural voters, moderates, and working-class communities. Crockett outlines a path backward, a path of fear and shrinking, a path forward, unified. This is a typical rhetorical framework used to simplify electoral stakes. It clarifies choice and aligns her with the forward direction without overcomplicating the narrative. She directly addressed concerns about timing. She stated her decision was driven by polling data, trend lines, comparative electability. This reinforces her self-presentation as data-driven, not opportunistic. Crockett highlights key data points. Texas is 61% people of color. Republicans remain competitive because turnout does not reflect population. Women's healthcare issues are mobilizing voters. Latino support for Trump has declined. Rural hospital closures and economic issues are worsening. Analytically, this reflects a strategy focused on mobilizing non-voters, energizing women, expanding young and Black voter turnout, competing for moderates frustrated with economic conditions. This is similar to strategies used in Georgia and Arizona during recent cycles. After the speech, panelists noted Crockett's ability to mobilize disengaged voters. Her national recognition, her communication skills, the potential shift she may bring to the Texas electorate, the role of women and reproductive rights in shaping outcomes. This external validation further reinforces the viability of her campaign. From an analytical standpoint, Jasmine Crockett's Senate launch combines a compelling personal narrative, a clear contrast with incumbents, a turnout-focused electoral strategy, a deliberate effort to frame the race as winnable despite historical precedent. Her ability to unify diverse groups, young voters, women, Black communities, Latino communities, and working-class Texans, will be central to determining whether this becomes a competitive statewide race. This has been a pure analytical breakdown of Jasmine Crockett's Senate announcement. For more political analysis and updates, subscribe to Vocal Arena.